Eve, today's Wednesday. Welcome to Euro Pocket News. Today's news talks about the future of Europe, Green Week and a summer festival. So let's go. What sort of a future can you predict for Europe? It seems to be the debate of the year, as MEPs and MPs from all over the European Union are currently united in discussion on the topic for their third joint parliamentary meeting. Themes like climate change, energy security, the architecture and substance of a future treaty are being discussed, and of course the role of national parliaments in the reform process. Nothing new there. So what is the aim of their meeting? Well, it's jointly organised by the European Parliament and the German Bundestag, and it hopes to contribute to the discussions of the European Council meeting on the Constitution that's taking place on the 21st of June. And now the big news of the week. The global military spending rose by 3.5% last year to $1.2 trillion, as US costs for operations in Iraq and Afghanistan rose. The Stockholm International Peace Research Institute has revealed in their annual report this week. That's $529 billion US, more than all the costs of the final year of the Cold War, just under the entire GDP of the whole of the Netherlands, and 37% more than a decade ago. China, Japan, Britain and France accounted for 4 to 5% of global military expenditure last year, and China and India remain the two largest arms importers in the world. Does this news mean that we're all preparing ourselves for a gigantic arms war? Will we soon need to carry arms in our handbags? Did you know that this week is European Green Week? Well, it is in the EU institutions. The annual event aims to promote a more environmentally friendly way of life and suggests practical ways on how to avert the worst effects of climate change. Each MEP has a different opinion, of course. As in Portuguese Socialist, for example, Edith Australia advises us to switch off our air conditionings or heating when we don't need them. Czech member Uski reckons that we should all individually reduce our consumption, while Dutch Corby advises we make different personal choices, as in become a vegetarian or don't take planes on holidays. Gerard Onesta suggests we read from our computers instead of printing all the time, while Italian Falgietti advises us to recycle and use our brains more. So yeah, all the politicians are full of wise words, but I don't believe them for a minute that they're actually living up to their own words. So although this week Brussels is uniting public authorities, international organisations, businesses and academia to debate climate change, environmental issues, natural resources, depletion, waste policy and biodiversity, I don't really think it'll be a success. As well as being hypocritical, many politicians are renowned for their sometimes scandalous behaviour, especially in Italy, for some reason or other. Like the latest news from Rome about Senator Gustavo Salava, that you might have heard about. Last week, to go to a TV interview, he snuck off in one of the state's ambulances to get there. What better way to get through the streets of Rome on a busy day? And Bush was in town, so all the streets were blocked off, and the ambulance appealed to him like a candy to a child. Obviously, the former journalist has been slammed by the Italian media and by his colleagues, and he's even said he will resign. And finally, we have Euro elites, Eurodeps, Euroskeps, and now we have EU Rockines. EU Rockines get together once a year at what's said to be the most happening festival in France. Taking place near Belfort for the last 18 years, the major festival attracts today's most popular acts and about 100,000 people. If you'd like to attend, but can't stretch to the €94 3-day pass with free camping price, you can enter a competition and be in with a chance of winning your very own VIP tickets. All you have to do is pick your favourite group and send in your very own retake demo on one of their hits. Well, that's all for today, but more tomorrow in Euro Pocket News. See you here. Bye-bye.